OmniGrid rulers are developed by a team of designers and quilters to meet our customers' needs. The lengthy design process is iterative and progresses one step at a time. The process includes multiple design and artwork reviews, prototype development, and testing. OmniGrid ruler design is centered around the following principles: speed, accuracy, versatility, and consistency. Once the design of the ruler is complete, we prepare for manufacturing. The first step is the creation of artwork positive film, referred to as artwork. Artwork is then used to create stencils for screen printing. Then we create laser cutting computer files, then production jigs. Artwork, which is made in the USA, is selected for stencil creation. Light-sensitive capillary film is rolled out and cut to size in a room with special ultraviolet-safe lighting. Dust rollers are used to remove debris on the film and screen to prevent anomalies and pinholes. Anomalies can block the screen mesh, causing an improper print, whereas pinholes can allow ink to print where it shouldn't. The screen is aligned on the film. Masking is placed on the screen, providing a border when applying light-sensitive liquid emulsion. Once again, dust is being removed before applying the liquid emulsion. Liquid emulsion is poured onto the screen. A squeegee is used to place an even coat of emulsion onto the screen. The emulsion adheres the screen to the capillary film positioned under the screen. After the screen dries, the protective backing is removed from the capillary film, which has been adhered to the screen mesh by the emulsion. And the excess capillary film that didn't receive emulsion is now removed. Dust is removed from the artwork before positioning. Artwork is placed on the screen using exact measurements. This aids in aligning the layers for printing. Once again, great care is taken to remove dust and particles. The vacuum table's glass surface is cleaned and prepped for the screen. A test strip is placed on the screen to measure the exposure. This helps to verify proper emulsion exposure to provide the best print. The screen is placed mesh side down onto the glass of the vacuum table. A plastic barrier is placed between the screen mesh and the vacuum table cloth to prevent the screen mesh from stretching the ruler image while the vacuum table cloth is being stretched around the screen frame. After proper vacuum has been established, the table is lifted into a vertical position. A high-intensity photopolymer spectrum exposure lamp is positioned and turned on. The exposure process cures or hardens the emulsion that is exposed to the light. The unexposed emulsion that was protected by the artwork remains uncured. After exposure, which takes about 5 minutes, the artwork and test strip are removed. The screen is then placed into the wash tank. Water is applied to stop exposure and wash away the uncured emulsion that was protected by the artwork, creating a stencil of what needs to be printed. Pallets of clear acrylic made in the USA are stored on shelves in a temperature and humidity controlled environment. The laser operator places a sheet of acrylic onto the vacuum table and turns on the vacuum. The vacuum is used to hold the acrylic in place to ensure precise laser cuts. When the operator starts the program to cut the parts, cutting begins. The laser cuts, based on the computer file, controls the laser beam and the table movement and is designed for ruler accuracy to minimize cut times and maximize acrylic sheet yield to reduce production cost and material waste. The laser beam is actually invisible. Only the flare-up can be seen during cutting. Once cutting is finished, excess plastic is removed and recycled. The parts are removed from the table. Another sheet of acrylic is placed, and the process begins again. The parts are now prepared for the removal of one side of the masking. The masking is removed and placed into stacks that will be loaded onto carts for printing. The entire facility is temperature and humidity controlled to ensure dimensional stability of the acrylic from storage through production and provides a comfortable work environment for the entire team. Here, a printing press is being lowered to add fresh ink. Cut acrylic, known as a blank, is placed onto the press. When the press is turned on, a squeegee pushes the ink along and through the screen mesh. Care is taken to make sure that there is enough ink. After the printing process, a printed part is removed and replaced with another blank. Printed parts are carefully placed onto boards for drying, and blanks are cleaned with a dust roller prior to placing them onto the press. Printed rulers are placed to dry on racks. Each color of the ruler is applied separately. Rulers are inspected regularly during the printing to prevent errors. Ink is mixed for consistency and quality. All inks are made in the USA. Ink levels are monitored and fresh ink is added to the screen when needed. Another layer of the ruler is added at this printing press station. Dust rollers are used throughout the printing process to keep dust and debris off of the part and the screen. If more than one ruler is printed on a single piece of acrylic, it is returned to a laser for countercutting. An adjustable countercut jig is used to accurately cut the parts to size. Vacuum hoses clear away gases, fumes, and smoke from the inside the laser table. After laser cutting and printing, the rulers are brought to the processing department for drilling, inspection, packaging, and boxing. The first step is to drill the hang hole. Multiple rulers are drilled at the same time. A brush and vacuum are used to keep debris away from the drill to maintain precision while drilling. The next step is to remove the masking and inspect the parts for quality. Rulers are prepped for easy removal of the masking. The masking is completely removed and inspected for print quality smudges, and scratches. Here, rulers are single-packed and placed in protective shrink wrap, then sent into the heated shrink tunnel. Once the ruler emerges from the shrink tunnel, the wrapping is form-fitted to the ruler. A label is carefully placed on it. The pre-made labels are ready to be added to packaging. A cart is loaded with labeled rulers. Once the rulers are single-packed, they are returned to the sealer for 3-packing. Another label is placed on this package. Boxes are individually made and reinforced with tape. Stacks of rulers await inspection and packaging. 3-packed rulers are inspected and boxed. Boxes are placed on a pallet. Banding is added to prevent damage during shipping. The banding is tightened to make sure the boxes won't move while being transported. The pallet is now ready to be moved and staged for the truck. Paperwork is generated for the shipment. Once the pallet leaves the facility, OmniGrid rulers start their journeys to people who require high-quality rulers designed for speed, accuracy, versatility, and consistency. Speed. The ruler must be easy to use and allow the quilter to quickly perform intended tasks. Accuracy. The ruler must have accurate measurement grids and labeling. Versatility. The ruler must perform intended tasks and be as multi-purpose as possible to increase its value to the quilter. Consistency. The ruler must adhere to general OmniGrid design criteria to maintain product line integrity and ensure customers can simply pick up and use any one of our rulers.